Whoa! Why does my coffee pot sound like a ticking clock about ready to explode? I don't know, but welcome to Mornings with Ken. Go get your cup of coffee and your virtual donut. Grab a chair, kick off the shoes, and stay a while. I'm really glad you're here. All right. Hey, I don't know where this show is going to go today. I have so many topics running through this big skull of mine that I don't even know where to begin. So when you don't know where to begin, you just throw stuff out there and see what sticks to the wall. So, but no, there was a couple things on my mind, and I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer, and I want some positive news for you guys and positive uplifting stories. But I got to talk about what's going on locally in the Northeast Ohio area and the Akron, Ohio school district. Now, for all you fans that are in other countries and around the world and on Mars and Venus and the farthest reaches of outer space, you won't know what I'm talking about. But for you local people in Northeast Ohio, you'll understand what I'm talking about. But imagine this with me, would you please? And this is going to get me in so much trouble. But imagine this. Imagine there's no heaven, no hell below us. Oh, that's John Lennon. Never mind. That's a different Imagine. But, so, hey, suppose you go out and buy a new refrigerator. You know, your old refrigerator, maybe it's just not doing the job anymore. It's not keeping things as cool as you like it. You know, maybe the freezers is over freezing or whatever, you know, whatever the case. So you decide, hey, it's time for us to go buy a new refrigerator. You know, perhaps the food inside the refrigerator is going bad or whatever the case. But you buy a brand new refrigerator. And this is a poor correlation here, but the Akron Public Schools is, they're going to spend $61 million. You know, when we say numbers like that, when we throw out numbers, you hear it through the government and on the news, we don't even pay attention. Like $61 million? Ha! $61 million. What's that? It's $61 million. That's what it is, of taxpayers' money. But they're going to build a new high school along with adding some additional, I think, middle schools in with it, and combining Miller South and I don't know if it's Pfeiffer or a couple other schools in with it, but it's to replace the old Kenmore High School building, and they're going to have high school and a couple other schools in there. But they're going to spend $60 million to do that because, you know, education in Akron has been failing year after year. Year after year, the education, Akron has almost been taken over by the state multiple times because of the report card. They don't perform very well. And there's all kinds of people pointing the finger at different causations of that. But let me tell you, it's not the building that's not educating the children. It's not the building that's not educating the children. You can go out and buy that new refrigerator, but if you keep putting rotten fruit in it, you're still going to have rotten fruit. Now, see, that's the part that's going to get me in trouble, because you guys are saying, are you telling us about the little kids of Akron are rotten fruit? No, I'm not really saying that at all. But because the building itself, the brick and mortar, that doesn't educate your child. That does not educate your child. The walls can't speak to your children and tell them, 2 plus 2 is 4, if that's even the case anymore with today's education system. I don't know. 2 plus 2 could be whatever you want it to be. 2 plus 2 could be like this highlighter right here, who knows what 2 plus 2 is anymore. But the walls aren't speaking to your children. The outlets aren't, teaching your kids how to read a book. No. And so $61 million on a new school building. And they hope that, hey, this is gonna, let's make our school system so much better. Our kids are gonna come out more, educated. No, $61 million for brick and mortar isn't going to educate your children. $61 million is not going to educate your children. And again, I'm not picking on the children. The children are a result of what they're learning at home and what their parents are demonstrating for them, how to live, what's most important in life and education. And so they start learning in the home. And if they're not learning in the home, then they're not going to learn at school. You could give the school system $1 trillion. I mean, they already have, what did I say the number was? How much? 61 million? I think is what the number was, 61 million. Let me make sure that's right. Yeah, 61 million for a new school in Kenmore. Give them $1 trillion. Give them $1 trillion. Now, recently in the past 10 years, 15 years, we've already built some elementary schools and middle schools. So some of the school systems have already gotten new buildings. I want to say, look at the grades before the new buildings and look at the grades after the new buildings and see if that helped educate the children. Oh, I bet you I wouldn't get a response from the local school board. I tell you, I would not get a response from the local school board to tell me what the grades were. Give me your report card for the school of all the schools that were newly built before they were built and then after they were built. Let's compare the scorecards. They got new buildings or community learning centers. How's the report card looking? See, the buildings didn't educate those children. No, there's other issues. And I will defend the teachers on this issue, because teachers, I'm going to say something really outrageous and you guys are going to shake your heads and get mad at me. The teacher's jobs isn't to educate your child. Did you know that? Now you're going to say, what? That doesn't make sense, Ken. Well, it's you, the parent. You, the parent, are supposed to educate your child. The teachers are there to give you more help and direction on educating your child. You, the parent, are responsible. You taught them how to go to the bathroom. Well, I can't even say that nowadays because parents are sending their kids to school and they don't even know how to go to the bathroom yet. Truth on the radio. But if the learning, the education starts in the home. It actually starts in the home. You read to your child. Read books to your child. Have your child read back to you. That's where the education begins in the home. Then when you send them to school, the teachers have a foundation of what to work on. I mean, I'm shocked from hearing back from teachers that I know that kids are going into 3rd and 4th, 5th grade. They don't know how to read or write. It's not the teacher's fault because they have to pass them. I think you're only allowed to be held back once. And then that's not the Child Left Behind Act. It was changed when Obama came in. They basically took the program of No Child Left Behind and made some changes and fiddled with it, and they gave it a new name. I forget the new name of it. But just to be clear, the Obama administration changed the Child Left Behind Act into something. Basically, they changed the name and they made some slight changes to it. But it's still the same thing. They're not allowed to leave a kid behind. I think only once in their educational history. So kids are just going through the system and not really get an education. So you can go ahead and build that $61 million school, but what's coming to the school? What's walking through the doors of the school? A child well cared for by their parents, loved and taught. You know, Rush Limbaugh used to say, it's a head full of mush, and someone's got to form that mush. As for me, parents, I'd rather have you filling your child's head with knowledge than the government. You educate your child. Teach them to write their name. Teach them cursive writing. Oh my gosh. Teach them how to count. So when I go through, never mind. Just teach them how to count. I better stop there. I'm going to get myself in real trouble really fast. Meanwhile, while Kenmore gets a new school, $61 million, North High School, which is, north side of town, they get bypassed once again for a new school, which is fine with me. I mean, that's where I graduated from, so. But I wonder why that was chosen. See, back in the 80s or early 90s, it wouldn't have got chosen because of the neighborhood that it was in. Because money wasn't... Stop. But now that there's an international community there, the people in charge have changed over the years, and now they leave the international community out, which is interesting that they left the international community out for other communities. And I'm just going to stop there, or I will get some hate mail, and my text messages will blow up, and I'll get angry letters from pastors. And if I would say on that note, we always talk about, I don't necessarily, but diversity, equity, equality, but it's now that people do have some that hold the power are ones that are once the least of these, and now they've moved up to the majority of these, leave out another community that they deem less than themselves. Oh man, this is probably the most controversial show I've ever done. I'm going to get in so much trouble. I'm going to get in so much trouble. I can see YouTube now. They're getting ready to send the email right now to me saying I'm banned from YouTube for 90 days. Hey, let's go ahead and take a break. So I better calm down, or I'm going to get myself in big trouble. Hey, I hope you didn't go anywhere. I forgot if I said I was just taking a break. I hope you didn't think that was the end of the show. Hey, that little song right there from Van Halen, that goes out to my friend Don Adams. Don Adams, that was for you. Because, Don, I know you're a Van Halen fan. I mean, you got a tattoo of Van Halen. See what I did there? But Don, you're a big Van Halen fan. I get it. But I don't think you really listened to one of their last albums they ever did with David Lee Roth called A Different Kind of Truth. A Different Kind of Truth came out, well, it's been a few years ago now, but it was the very last album they did as a group, bringing David Lee Roth back. And Don, I think you need to give this a listen because it's actually songs that they wrote in the 80s, but never put them on any albums because they didn't think they were good enough to be on an album. They were the leftover songs. But Don, actually, this is a very good album. And I think you should give it a listen. I mean, I know you're probably going to run back and do your typical, 1984 CD or Van Halen 1, 2, or Women and Children First, or Diver Down, or whatever. But Don, I'm telling you, you need to listen to this Van Halen album. It's really good. And oh man, and actually, I want to. Well, let's. I got to give you something positive to end your day on, right? I got to give you something positive to end your day on, since the last segment was kind of like me ranting about money and. Anyway, hey, I want to look at some ways we can make work fun, and this comes from Indeed.com. Indeed.com. If you're looking for a job, see my sponsor. Oh, they're not a sponsor. I wish Indeed.com was my sponsor, but I don't have any sponsors. But we're going to look at ways to make work fun. And I've tried these at my place of employment, and I can't get people motivated. Man, I got to get on my coworkers and get them motivated, because I'm trying new things with them, and trying to make it a happy workplace. And it is, and I have the greatest coworkers of all. That really, everybody there, coworkers are great people. Everybody there is great people. But we're just going to look at a few ways, according to Indeed.com, to make your place of work fun. It doesn't have to be boring or, just being grumpy with each other and sad and mopey and depressed. It can be fun. So make your workplace a little fun. And here's just a few ways to make your workplace fun. Organize an office sport team. Baseball, volleyball, basketball, football, soccer. I don't know about the first one. Organize an office sport team. You don't want anybody blowing out a knee, running the bases, or volleyball, falling down. They hurt their back, and now they're going to be off work for 6 weeks. But hey, it's an idea. Build a game room. Now, I'm trying this one at work, but no one's buying it. Again, I have the best people to work with. They really are all super people. But I was joking around with some of my coworkers that in a back room that nobody really uses, except for it's our holiday room back there, where we have a little party sometimes. But make that back room into a hangout room. Maybe put a pool table back there. Put some, play some card games. Make the workplace an office place, a fun place. Build a game room. But then again, you got people who would take advantage of the situation, and they would get lost back there. So let's not do that. But that's a good idea in a perfect world. Number 3, design a workplace vision board. I don't even know what that is. What's a vision board? A vision board is a workplace can promote organization goals and enhance the appeal in the office. Recruit employees to design their graphics for a board using their creativity and style. You can incorporate the branding of your company, such as, no, that's work. This is supposed to be fun stuff. We're not building a big thing to hang on the wall to tell you to work harder. No. Number 4, decorate office space that may inspire you. Objects from home, pictures, families, friends, special furniture. Well, see, I worked at a place, no names mentioned. I'm not going to mention any names. No names mentioned. Oh, I can't make this a long show today. But I worked at a place where one person in leadership was telling people to take down pictures of their loved ones. They would have a little picture of their family off to the side. And they said that wasn't appropriate. Yeah. Number 5, share jokes with your coworkers. Share jokes with your coworkers. And, we all kind of do that. I think we do that. I know I give a lot of groaners. When I tell jokes at work, people actually groan like, oh, Ken, that's like a dad joke. But it's fun. I try to make work fun. I try. Number 6, create an office book club. A book club is a club of group of people who read the same book at the same time and share their interpretations and make recommendations on what books to read. I like reading books, but most of the people I work with are women, and I don't want to read romance novels. I mean, something interesting. But all right, I'd be willing to do a book club. I'm gonna talk to my coworkers about that. I'm gonna talk to my coworkers about doing a book club. Number 7, start an office band. Start an office band. Okay, so we got to see who the musicians are in the band, and I feel like I'd be watching an episode of The Office. Remember when on The Office, the TV show, they did form a band? Kevin was on drums. Who did Dwight play anything? I don't know. No. But they had an office band, and yeah, that would be funny. I wonder who all could play an instrument. They should do that. I don't play an instrument, so I couldn't do the band, but I can tell those guys to do the band. All right, you guys still with me? All right. Gather after work hours. That's always good. I mean, but sometimes people got so much family stuff going on, you know, have dinner together at a restaurant. Maybe. I mean, I would do it, but a lot of times people say, we got to go here, we got to go there. Okay. Number 9, develop a wall of fame. No, that's kind of lame. A wall of fame allows organization leaders to praise employees publicly. No, because that just creates division. Don't do number 9. Develop a wall of fame. Because then it's just like, oh, how does Sally, and I don't work with the Sally, by the way, how does Sally get to be employee of the month? Or Sally did a good job on this project and put her picture up there. It just makes people resentful and hateful. Send handwritten notes. No, I'm not. No, I can't do that. I work with all women, and I'm not sending notes. You know, handwritten note. No, that's not. Host a talent show. Now there you go. That's a good one. You could kind of lead into the next one. Do a karaoke competition, but so 11 and 12 are basically do a talent show. Number 12, do karaoke. Okay, all right, that's good. An exercise group. Now, I will have to get on my coworkers. I've invited them to do drum fit with me. Oh, man, I got to hurry up. This show's going on and on and on. To do exercise, and they don't come. They don't come. No, they don't come. They're heaven forbid they spend time with coworkers trying to lose weight. No, they're too uppity. No, I'm just kidding. They're great people. Observe holidays during the work. Yeah, we do that. We do the holiday celebrations. Throw parties for work anniversaries. No, because some people get offended. If we did it for Sally, we didn't do it for Joe, or we forgot about Joe's anniversary party, and it's a whole big deal. The next thing, people are getting shot and killed. Same thing with employee birthdays. We can't do birthdays. Someone will get left out. Allow pets in the office. I would go for that. But we couldn't because of where I work at. No, we can't do pets. Start a picture wall. Like just family pictures of weddings and fun times together as a work people. No, we're not doing that. Institute theme days. We already do that. We do that. I think they do breast cancer awareness. We dressed up for the holidays. I don't know. Perform harmless pranks. Now that would be an episode of The Office. Perform harmless pranks. No, that's something would go wrong and somebody would get ticked, and next thing you know, we're all going to jail. Volunteer as a group. Now that would be fun. I got to write these down. These are all good stuff, man. Volunteer at a group, maybe at a local park, the homeless shelter. Oh, man. Do group meditation. No. Establish funny traditions. For instance, you may implement a rule that requires employees to dance every time they refill their coffee. I like that. And you can do different things. Race each other. Race one another in office chairs on their way to the department. No. Someone would fall out of the chair and get hurt. I can't believe they're saying these things. It's going to lead to so much damage. Have potlucks. We do that. We bring meals in. Travel to retreats. Nah. That's not good. Travel to retreats because it's just too much. Too much travel to no. Celebrate new employees. No, sometimes you can't do that because you celebrate the new employee, but you never did celebrate Bill's new employee when he was a new employee. Now, Bill's mad because he didn't get a celebration party because you didn't do it back then. But then Bill doesn't understand that. And now Sally's mad because she didn't get one. Now it's a whole big thing. But but there were some good ideas in there. Hey, speaking of good ideas, as you can see, I'm sporting a Christian metal band shirt right here, Divine Martyr. And I want to give them another little plug. I hope it's okay with them because I don't know if they want to be associated with Mornings with Ken because I could be a bad influence. I mean, I don't know. But this, as far as right now, this is their latest CD. What's it? Tribulations? Yeah, Tribulations. Their latest CD. And they're gearing up for some tour dates. They want to tour. And they're a great band. Look them up on YouTube. They have a great video on called Truth on YouTube. Look them up. Play their music. Buy their music. Divine Martyr. And hey, if you want to book them in your area, you know, a good place for a metal band to come, book these guys. Look them up. You know how to look people up nowadays. I don't need to tell you what websites to go to anymore. You know how to Google them. Divine Martyr. See them on Facebook, Twitter, wherever. And hit them up. Support them. They're a good band. I love their style. Whoa. Hey, what happened? I think I just got... I don't know what happened there, guys. I'm sorry. Low battery, I guess. But hey, you guys, have a great day. We'll see you next time on Mornings with Ken.